Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Social Media Decoded podcast, the number one podcast to help you understand social media better so that you grow your business, get more clients, and monetize. And today, I have a special guest. We're going to be talking about all things affiliate marketing and human design. You probably didn't even think that those two things could go together, but I have my special guest, Kaila, here. Thank you so much for joining the Social Media Decoded podcast. How are you today?
I'm so good. Thank you for having me as well.
And did I pronounce your name right? I want to make sure I
You
pronounce your name right.
did.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So could you let us know, introduce yourself, let us know who you are and your
Oh gosh.
journey to how you got to where you are today.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I started in a PR career, so you didn't even put the other little hat in there. I know. It's like this like two ingredients going into a sandwich that don't normally, go together, right? But I started off in a PR career, and my very first panic attack happened when I was 22 at my very first PR job. And looking back at it, I think it was, and it's crazy because I started off at the age of 2 being a performer, being on stage. Both my parents are music teachers. Started studying piano when I was 5. I've been on a stage, I've been performing the first 20 years of my life. And then all of a sudden, when I'm 22, giving my first presentation in my I got into PR because I was like, oh, it's like performing but talking. So I was like, yeah, put me in, coach. I haven't seen the slides, but put me in. And then it's like 4 slides until yours, 3 slides until yours. And my vision goes away. My hands go numb. And I'm like, what the heck is happening to my body? And it's in like this stuffy 3M corporate office. And I like run out of the office and I'm like, oh, what's going on? Well, that's my first panic attack. And I proceed to then have like 8 years of self induced panic attacks associated with PowerPoint presentations out of the fear of having a panic attack. And I did pretty intense like EMDR treatment for PTSD. And I realized looking back that I was absorbing, because this relates to human design and just energies that you absorb around you, absorbing a lot of unknown energy from other people, not feeling safe within myself, seeking my self-worthiness from outside of myself, and making my work decisions from a fear-based place. So fast forward to when I was 29, I moved to LA. I kind of like ran away from my current life. I was leaving a relationship that wasn't healthy from Minnesota, and I thought I got like my dream job in Los Angeles. And it was at this really big PR firm, and 3 months into it, I'm still having just chronic anxiety. And I was like, I became a Reiki practitioner to like start healing, like getting more into energy. And like when you drink the LA Kool-Aid, you're really drinking it. And I remember like draining my 401ks just so I have some like money in my savings account. And I didn't know why, but that was like when I was starting to like really like I feel something brewing. It's like I'm turning 30 as my Saturn return. I'm really drinking the LA Kool-Aid. And I'm driving to a conference. I'm listening to a To Be Magnetic podcast by Lacey Phillips, and she's having a conversation with Jenna Zoe, who is like known for human design. And that's how human design found me. And I look at my human design chart and I am a projector, which projectors are pretty opposite from how you would think normal society work culture should operate in the terms of like, go to work 8 hours, da, 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 da. And I felt so seen and validated. And I was also like, oh shit, I'm in the wrong career. But it was just enough for me to walk into my job the next day and just quit at 8 a.m. And a thing about projectors is like the invite, like you magnetize invites to you versus you have to put yourself out there in sales, like sales calls, Kaila, cold pitches, pitch editors, get on the phone and pitch them. I hated doing that. And so when I didn't know what was out there, I was like, I have about 2.5 months of savings for rent in my savings. I quit my job and I'm driving home and I'm like, okay, what now? I had a text message from an acquaintance within 12 hours asking if I knew anyone that did freelance PR. And then I had my first freelance job within 24 hours of quitting my job that paid all of my bills. And it was my first projector invite. And it, really gave me a pretty big like trust muscle, like a lasting trust muscle of like, oh, okay. Like this is kind of like what it means when like the universe has your back when you stand in your energetic worth of like making decisions that feel good in your body. I just wanted to feel good. I was like, we should be able to feel good while we do our job. The skills and how we do our job, that's the masculine. Feeling good and making decisions of when we do our job, how we do our job, as we're doing the job skills wise, we should feel good. And so that's kind of where I started experimenting September 2019 with human design and like PR. And then affiliate marketing came in later.
That is such an interesting story, and I'm so glad you shared it because there's so many people listening that may be on a different path. And I was on a different path, so I can definitely relate to your story. I started in healthcare and I was like, this is totally
Oh,
not for me.
wow.
And then it was just like, boop, I was fired. And that was that thing that was like, okay, now you're
Yes.
supposed to go into this other area. You're supposed to
Rejection is
see.
protection.
I like that. Oh, rejection is protection. You might have to put it on a shirt. You might have to put it on a shirt. I want to talk about human design because there are people listening who may not even know what this is. I recently just learned about human design. I think it's a very great tool, especially
Mhm.
for entrepreneurs, because as an entrepreneur, you may feel like you need something to guide you when you don't know the questions per se, right?
Mhm.
So, can you tell us a little bit about what human design is and how us as entrepreneurs can use this in our business as a tool?
Yeah. Human design is an individual's energetic roadmap. It's a blueprint on how the energy moves within our bodies and how we are meant to feel our best. It really is displayed when you look up your chart. Well, first, there's 5 different energy types. I'll start there. Just like in astrology, there's 12 signs. In human design, there's 5 different types. So there's 2 types that when you're doing something that is aligned for you, you create more energy. And that's the majority of the population, like yourself. There's manifesting generators and there's generators. So as you're doing something that you love, that brings you joy, you are like an energizer bunny. So those people that like can go, 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 like that's amazing. So for anyone listening, if you know you're a generator or manifesting generator, it's so important to prioritize your joy because you're the one that is providing energy for everyone else. And so you're either emitting joyful energy or those people that like can suck the joy out of the room. So like it's important for you to take responsibility for that. But also if you're doing tasks that don't bring you energy, that's a big body sign of like, okay, delegation. It's time to delegate this task because your tasks, whatever you're doing in life, should be giving you more energy, should be bringing you joy. And then the other 3 types are non-energy types. And so their purpose and what they're meant to do is less in the doing. So those are projectors, manifestors, and reflectors. So projectors like myself, we are really guides. So we're here to kind of guide the rest, see things in a more holistic way, help provide efficiencies in order for everyone to feel their best, to help things run smoother, like a big picture view. Like I can it's like looking at a map and taking a snapshot of the entire map, whereas you might look at a specific road and like, okay, we're going to take a right turn to where like I'm looking at it as like the entire map at the same time. Um, and then a reflector is really that person that really embodies how you're feeling and like reflecting back to you. It's a trippy experience when you're in the position, when you're standing in the presence of a reflector. They say like a CEO should always have a reflector at the right hand of their desk because they'll always keep them in check of like how they're showing up and leading as a leader. And then a manifester, they're really the ones that are like initiating. They have these surge energies and then rest energies, and then surge energies and rest energies or rest periods. But they're really the ones that don't need anyone or anything else to start something. So they're here to really initiate and kick start things into action. So we all play a part in collaborating with one another, and it's really cool.
Ooh, that was such a great, like, you just gave a master class. So, if anyone is interested, I love exploring new things. I love exploring tools that can help us in our business. And so, I think this is a very amazing tool, whether you choose to use it or not. I just think that it's really great to learn about it. So, if you want more information, this is why we're here talking to Kaila today so that she can give us more information on this. So, I really love that breakdown and how we can use it in our lives as entrepreneurs. So I'm sure you'll have more information on how we can look this up and how we can connect with you, of course. But now I want to talk about affiliate marketing because I think that it is very huge. And I love how you have such a diverse background. And this also shows people that you don't have to stick to one niche. You don't. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Let what your passions are really guide you, because I feel like I have a niche, but I do a lot of things. Like, I'm a marketing and monetization strategist, but I mean, I know all things marketing. And so that's why I don't just brand myself as an SEO person, because you could come to me, we can talk about SEO. I may not be like a super duper expert in it, but I'm an expert in all of marketing. Like, I've done it all
Mm-hmm.
probably. So I love that. So let's tap into affiliate marketing. It's so powerful. It can help us make so much money. But how can we leverage this in 2023? What are some trends that you are seeing on how we can leverage affiliate marketing?
SEO. SEO. I mean, again, my background is PR. And so when I got recruited, so okay, September of 2019, I quit my job, right? And I started freelancing PR. With that freelance brand, I was pitching and pitching and pitching and pitching and pitching, and I was hearing crickets. And I was like, well, this is lame. I don't want to do PR anymore. And I was ready to quit PR, ready to quit. So then I got another projector invite in my LinkedIn inbox. And it was, hi, we would like to recruit you to join our newly acquired affiliate marketing channel because you have PR experience. And I was like, oh, I think it's time to have health insurance. My savings is drying up. And okay, I see you, projector invite, because I had applied to about 50 jobs, and this one projector invite comes through, and it was the again efficiency with projectors because we don't have energy, efficiency, and it was tiring applying to jobs. It was so unaligned for me to apply to jobs. So that's when February of 2020, right before COVID hit, I started working with PR and affiliate. And I realized that the Vogues and the Real Simples and the big publishing groups of the world were plugging affiliate links into their product roundups and into their articles. That is how they're keeping the lights on. So if you think of Wirecutter, if you think of Wired, if you think of The Strategist, if you think of all of those big online articles, like the best black leggings, get the best gifts for mom, the best shorts for hiking, where to buy, the best running shoes. Like if you're Googling something with intent, there's an intent to purchase. So that is the number one conversion driver for anything. There's literally like the credit card is literally in a consumer's hand when they're on Google trying to find a product recommendation. So Google is changing its algorithm all the time for like, and I'm not an SEO expert, but I am to an extent of learning what is needed on the publisher side. And I actually train, half of my business is training PR professionals in the essence of let's be a good partner for editors and know what they need. And it's trending keywords. And editors are really focusing on the demographic, leading with the demographic. Best gifts for moms, best gifts for sisters, best gifts for, because demographics aren't going anywhere. There may come a world where no one's wearing leggings. So that article won't be searched anymore. But we're always going to have moms and we're always going to have sisters. So SEO that is what I'm seeing.
Okay, SEO is what we need to definitely tap into. And you're right about affiliate marketing. I think when it comes to blogs, people think blogs are dead, but they are not, because people
And
are
I
still
just listened to
searching.
your episode on your friend who was talking about blogs, and I was like, I love that episode.
Oh, with Veronica. Yes.
Yes.
Make sure you all go check out that
So shout
episode with
out, shout out.
Veronica.
She's so sweet.
Yes, it was such a good episode, and like blogs are not dead. And so affiliate marketing
Mm-mm.
comes into play because now you can use the, like you said, maybe you're doing a gift guide, or maybe you are, if you're listening to this and you're a PR expert and you're trying to get your client into a gift guide because Black Friday is coming up and it's never too early to prepare for these things. So start to think about, hey, maybe if it's a coffee company, you can have this in the best coffee for women. I don't know. It could be anything. And so if you have that affiliate link for that product or service, right, putting that into the blog post, now that's an SEO, and that's getting you seen many more times than you probably would have ever been seen, because again, people are searching for blogs, especially around the holidays. So start to think about that. Hey, if you got a coffee brand, there's an idea
Yeah.
for you. There's an idea for you.
Yeah, and I have a good friend that has a wellness blog or a wellness site, and she wrote in a blog post on like cold plunges, like at home cold plunges. And before cold plunges even became popular, and now she ranks number 1 for at home cold plunges, and that article drives thousands of sales for her every month. And a blog post from 3 years ago is now trending. And so using tools like Keyword Finder and seeing the trends that are starting to become on the rise and getting ahead of trending keywords that are still easy to rank for, that could be an incredible strategy for bloggers that are hoping to build and scale their business.
Oh, yes, I love it. This is like a master class. There are like so many gems that were dropped. So make sure you go back and pick up all these gems that we dropped here today on the Social Media Decoded podcast. And make sure to tag me on Instagram at Michelle L. Thames and let me know what you think about this episode. I really appreciate all of the listeners who tag me. And I always make sure to reshare you in your story. Someone just tagged me yesterday. They were listening to this podcast while they were painting and zenning out. I was like, that is so cool, because I could just
That's
imagine like
goals.
listening to the podcast, because it is like a zen, and I feel like my voice is kind of soothing, so I like that. And then you're painting and you're really just getting in your zone while getting the marketing information you need to grow your
Mm.
business. That was such a great post. So shout out to my friend who tagged me in the stories the other day, and I definitely reshared it. But you'll probably listen to this and it's months later, but you'll remember when you hear this episode. But next, I want to chat really quick about books. This is the favorite part of my podcast, and I would love to know, are there any books? Give us a few books that have helped you along your entrepreneur journey.
I'm so happy that I listened to your podcast before, because that's the only reason why I'm prepared for this, because I didn't get your questions prior. I'm not a big book reader, but there's one book that has stuck by my side, and it is Zen Soup by Leonard G. I'm going to have to give you the last name, but it's called Zen Soup. And it has quotes by thought leaders in different categories of courage, kindness, leadership, strength. Like each chapter has like a category. And it was gifted to me by my father at the age of 25 when I was at the lowest of my lowest. And it's funny how at that age I was really attracted to specific categories. And now at this age, I'm attracted to like creativity and more like I'm not, then I was just trying to stay at neutral. And now I'm attracted to like chapters that are like the highest vibe I can even achieve, right? But it's just such a beautiful, short, and digestible. Like, I mean, I'm an Aries and my attention span, I have so many books, but I'll never finish one. I'll be the first one to admit it. I'm a like, flip through a page and let me see the excerpt I'm supposed to read for the day. So that would be my recommendation is Zen Soup.
Love it. And we will definitely check that out. I think I'm definitely going to check that book out. It sounds like an amazing book. And thank you for sharing. And thank you for listening to the podcast episodes. I love
Of
when the guests
course.
come on and they, have been a supporter of the podcast. I really do appreciate that. This has been such a great episode. I'm so grateful that you came on the show today to share all these gems and tell us about human design because we may not have even known about this. And so I think this is a really great tool if you want to tap into it. We talked about some affiliate marketing, which I think is on the rise. So please do not sleep on affiliate marketing because in 2023 and beyond, I think it's going to be one of the things that keeps us going and keeps businesses going if you want to make that extra cash. So thank you so much for sharing all that information. But before we head out, could you let us know where can we find you online and more about yourself and your amazing business?
Yes, I think online you can find me at kmo.consulting is my affiliate PR Instagram. And then to find all things affiliate PR and human design, my landing page, KaylaO'Connor.com, is going to be the best central place.
Awesome. And we will make sure we put all of that down below in the show notes. But thank you so much again for coming on the Social Media Decoded podcast. And we will talk to you all in the next one.
Thank you.